I'm as the speaker from SMA Negeri 2 Kota Mojokerto were proudly to oppose this motion at the first beginning. With the motion, this House would give social service and skill training for the gambling offenders rather than imprisonment. Before I go any further, I want to give two definitions about gambling offenders and imprisonment. Imprisonment mean people or someone were put in jail for a certain period of time because of their crime that they already do. And also a gambling offenders, which means online gambling addiction, or not just only online but offline, like lottery, poker, and many other more, which lead people to do crimes, and that they were facing about depression, stress, sad, and many other things like necessary. So social service and skill training are not enough and not effective to punish the gamblers offenders. First of all, gamblers are exposed to addictions that we know are dangerous and harmful to the society and themselves. Addiction cannot be cured by only giving them social service and skill training at the very first beginning, because they doesn't given a deterrent effect towards their psychological state, which means they will only do more and more gambling addictions in the next time, in the next future. Which why imprisonment could be implemented to create a deterrent effect towards the gamblers. By imprisonment, they are being isolated or removed from the outer world, where they cannot do anything or by any means their freedom are being taken away from them, where they can't have any technologies while they were being in prisons, which means they cannot do any gambling inside the prison itself, where they need to focus on many other positive things inside the prison at the very first beginnings. Imprisonment is for the key of solutions towards the gambling offenders. Imprisonment gives prohibition of effects towards the gamblers and deterrent effects towards them, where when they were given sentence by imprisonment, they also require for paying fine as a punishment, which it is create a deterrent effects not only on psychological state or mental state of the gamblers, but also materials the materials which strengthen the deterrent effects towards their psychology and also their, like we say, economical state. Imagine if all the gamblers were given social service and skill training, they will only feel enjoy and having so much fun. Why? Because they didn't feel any regrets at all, and they didn't feel deterrent at all to not do gamblings again and again. This will only create an endless cycle of gambling addictions, which is why imprisonment is the most effective solution to end the gambling offenders' problems. Legal malfunctions or law malfunctions. This could create an effective form of law given for any criminals, where it will create inequality in law and punishment for criminals, where the gamblers that we know are bad for society only given social service and skill training, but any other criminal such as drug addicts given imprisonment and any other heavy punishments, where they are doing the same things, which is misuse of something, and they both are addicts. They should have the same amount of punishment, which also imprisonment for gamblers. We offer imprisonment as punishment, but also we want to implement social service and skill training, where they could enhance their skills to find job and being useful toward the societies, and by also implementing the socialization to continuously while in prisons to teach them about the harmful of gambling addicts and change the way they think about the gambling addiction, and they want to do gambling anymore. In conclusion, as the opposition team, we want to implement the imprisonment as the key solutions to end the gambling offenders at the first beginning, by also implementing the social service and skill training to improve their skills and also to make them being useful to the society, but also make them to change the way they think about gambling at the very first hand. I'm as the speaker from SMA Negeri 2 Kota Mojokerto are proud to oppose this motion. Thank you.